What it do, y'all? Bread Tuck Gang forever, man. Houston Texans, man. I know the season's over, but shout out to that boy LaFlame, man. He got on my YouTube page and asked me to shoot a video about the recent Houston Texans free agent moves, man. And I appreciate that, man. I just think it's super dope that when people watch what you're doing and they follow you and they respect your opinion enough to want to hear from you, man. So shout out to that boy LaFlame, man. You the one. But yeah, man, check this out, man. So the Houston Texans, our quarterback situation has been horrible for the past, out of the past 12 years, I'd say maybe the past 9 years, because there were moments where Schaub was decent. Schaub went to a couple Pro Bowls, man, and there were some seasons. There are 2 playoff seasons under Schaub. One year he got hurt, but we were 10-6 and we were 12-4. That boy was doing his thing. No matter how you feel about him, he did his thing at one point. And then there were a couple of seasons where we were 6-10, but he was putting up incredible numbers. It was just that on the defensive end, Kareem Jackson and Glover Quinn were getting dusted. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. That's in the past. But we pick up, let's see, during free agency, we pick up Brock Osweiler. Now, if you remember this past season, okay, Brock Osweiler, he has a Super Bowl championship now. They just won a Super Bowl. He won the Super Bowl with the Broncos. And you have to remember that Peyton Manning got hurt. They put in Brock Osweiler, and he had some pretty decent games, man. He was doing pretty well, okay? He went and beat the Patriots. Like, for a hot second, he was a little phenomenon. But then he fell off and they put Peyton back in. Because you have to remember, the Broncos were at a point where they had to win or they wouldn't have even made the playoffs. So they benched Brock Osweiler and put Peyton Manning in, and then, they go and win the Super Bowl, whatever. So fast forward, we just picked up Brock Osweiler like a week ago. How do I feel about that? My boy LaFlame asked me, how do I feel about that? Man, I'm kind of shaky on that, man. I'm not going to lie to you, man. Brock Osweiler hasn't shown me enough to just commit to that decision and make the Texans feel like, yeah, that was the GOAT, that was the move. Because I was looking at the draft, man, and I just felt like it was time to do something different. Okay? The Matt Schaub situation didn't work. We went and got Matt Schaub out of Atlanta. Pretty much similar to this situation with Brock Osweiler. He was a backup. He was a good couple of games. Go get him, give him a big contract, bring him here, make him the #1 guy. And you see how that worked out with Matt Schaub. So, and then, we picked up Fitzpatrick. We picked up Brian Hoyer, Ryan Mallett. Man, let's just draft a quarterback. That's how I was feeling. I'm not even going to lie to you. This Brock Osweiler situation, I was even ready to just roll with, let me just roll with my boy Tom Savage, man. Tom Savage, we drafted him, and that game he played against the Colts last year was not horrible. And in the preseason, and I know in the preseason you're playing up against, I don't want to call professional players scrubs, but you're playing against cats that's going to be driving UPS trucks and all that. And he wasn't looking bad. I would much rather have given Tom Savage a shot as opposed to paying all that money to Brock Osweiler, and that's a stab in the dark. Like, we don't know what we're going to get from Brock Osweiler. Because he's wearing a Texans jersey, I hope he's the second coming of Tom Brady or whoever. I feel like there were better free agent options, man. You had RG3 out there, and you had Colin Kaepernick. Now, RG3 is, injury prone, but he's been to the playoffs twice, at least, or he's led a team to the playoffs twice. Colin Kaepernick, this last season was horrible, and the season before that, but he came back and led his team to a Super Bowl. These are guys who've had experience. At least you can look at their past seasons and be like, okay, I could gamble with him. And they probably wouldn't have cost you as much as you paid for a guy that's unproven in Brock Osweiler. But like I said, man, I don't know, man. Okay, we got him here. So I say Brock Osweiler be the guy. Now you got to please get rid of Brian Hoyer. You know, whatever you got to do, trade him or whatever you want to do, just get rid of Brian Hoyer. But I say Brock Osweiler be the guy. Tom Savage be the second string. And, you know, keep TJ Yates on the roster, man. Over the past two seasons, we've proven that we need more than two quarterbacks. So I say keep TJ Yates, man. Run with those three quarterbacks, man. But we also made another move, man. We grabbed that boy Lamar Miller, man, who killed us this season at running back, man. Shout out to Arian Foster, man. I love you, man. We will never forget what you did in Houston. You were the first. You were how can I say this? You were the best offensive player we have ever had. That's no disrespect to Andre, and Andre Johnson got cut by the Colts. Andre, we still love you. You'll forever be a Texan. I know I talked a lot of trash because you're a Colt, but you went to the division rival. That's over. Shout out to Andre Johnson. But Arian Foster, we love you. I mean, Lamar Miller. Hey, man, I'm just glad we got a sufficient running back, man, because, you know, the running back mashup we had last year wasn't working, but we slipped into the playoffs with it. What else? Oh, and in the process, we lost two offensive linemen, man. Brandon Brooks, and we lost our center, Ben Jones, man. But we got another cat from the Chiefs. I forget his name right now. And I think we need to replace our center. But check this out, man. In the draft, I'm wondering which way we're going to go. There are a couple positions we could tighten up with that first round pick, since we're not getting a quarterback anymore, and I would assume that we're not getting a running back, because I was hoping if Ezekiel Elliott fall, grab that boy, but you grab Lamar Miller. So I think what would be cool is you get another receiver, put him on the other side of DeAndre Hopkins, you know. But you know what? I love Jalen Strong, man, but you know he recently got into trouble, you know, over the off season. So I mean, if you could find, I heard we're looking at that cat from, I forget his name, man. The cat from, we're looking at the brother from Notre Dame with the dreads, and we're also looking at the cat from Ole Miss. I forget their names right now, man. But you know, if you could get some big play receivers, cause your boy Osweiler is gonna need some weapons, man. You got Lamar Miller back there, you have DeAndre Hopkins, and if you get a big play receiver, another big play receiver. And we also need a tight end, man, cause we let Garrett Graham go, and my boy, man, why am I forgetting names? I'm not looking at the team. You know, you mainly look at the team week to week, but they're not playing right now, so I'm forgetting names. But our two tight ends, other than Graham, them boys was not doing it, man. So Griffin and Fedorowicz, man, we gotta upgrade, man. Unless you gonna just trust Fedorowicz. But that's the thing. We're gonna need another offensive lineman. We're gonna need another big play receiver. Unless you're gonna go ahead and commit. Unless you're gonna go ahead and commit to my boy Jalen Strong. Or you need another defensive end on the other side of J.J. Watt, man. So it's a couple ways we could go, man. But I say we trade Brian Hoyer and you know, get another draft pick or whatever we could do, man. But we have to figure this thing out. So I want to say, man, I let this video run. It's a little over 9 minutes. But shout out to that boy LaFlame. This is how I feel about that, man. And let's just wait and see what happens, man. Houston Texans all day. Shout out to my Rockets. We doing whatever we doing. Let's just slide into the playoffs and make something happen. Bread Tuck Gang forever. Y'all YouTube, y'all look at my videos, the Bread Tuck the Executive, for like just content, you know, other than sports. Just not Google that. Look at that in the YouTube search engine or whatnot, man. But y'all know what it is, man. Bread Tuck Gang forever. Houston, Texas forever. H-Town all day, man. Y'all mucho, take it easy. H-Town all day.